What's up, everybody, and welcome to another installment of Faceless Political Mumbo Jumbo. I am you, you are we, and we are all. Wake up, motherfuckers, wake up. So I had to come on today because I was convicted. It's been a couple weeks, but thanks to my few listeners that come on and check out the show, which is, I make it for the few that are ready to listen, that are ready to wake up. And hopefully the few that listen will pass it on to another few, and those few will pass it on to another few, and we will finally begin to wake up as a country, as a nation, as a people, and people will start to understand that when I say that I am you, you are we are all, we'll start to understand that we are all connected, which is what this crazy ass country does not want us to understand. But now I think we're at a time where I'm wondering if people are finally ready to officially wake up. I'm wondering if we are now at a point in this country where we are actually and officially ready to wake up. Because I've been saying it ever since I started this show, and I've been saying it to all kinds of different people, and so many people that I know that are probably on the on the other side of the party spectrum, wanted to deny that all of this shit that's going on comes down to racism and bigotry. But I was really fully convicted to come on and do this installment today after hearing about SCOTUS. SCOTUS is ruling to go ahead and say that, yeah, go ahead and profile the fuck out of Latinos. We don't give a shit if they may be citizens of this country or not. If you think that they could be, based on their appearance, their brown skin, their speaking another language, even though the United States does not have an official language. People seem to forget about that shit. They seem to really forget about that shit in all of the whiteness or proximity to whiteness or wanting to be white or wanting to whiten the country. But all these people that jumped on that crazy ass bandwagon, I'm wondering now, are you finally ready to admit that we are living in a racist, completely racist ass country? We no longer have a Supreme Court that is for anything but upholding white supremacy. That is what the Supreme Court has stated with this ruling, that they are upholding nothing but and standing for nothing but white supremacy in this country. So I'm wondering now, who out there is finally willing to accept and own up to the fact that you voted for, that you're living in, and have to be willing to fight racism and call racism out for what it is. Because we are now at the point where these people have consistently, they keep giving you more, they give you a little bit, they give you a little bit more to see how much you'll take, how much shit can we shovel down the country's throats before they'll finally stand up and say, you know what? This is just a little bit too much racism for us. We finally crossed the line of racism. We are finally willing to deal with the fact that this country is racist. And all the people that have said, "Oh no, we're not living. I didn't vote. It had nothing to do with racism. It wasn't racism." Even though the man stood up there and told you that Latin Spanish speaking countries were shitholes and black countries, African countries were shitholes, and that Haitian people were just completely made it up, were eating dogs and cats, put this shit on a group of people that were here fleeing their country, that now, not to mention these people have been shipped back, but everybody was okay with that shit when they could, demonize black people or demonize immigrants, not even realizing that those immigrants were the people that were picking the crops that your stupid asses were eating. And now as your grocery prices go up, now you want to be trying to wonder about, or as the prices go up to have your houses fixed or to build houses, or, you want to complain about housing in general, but now there's going to be nobody to build the shit or put the shit together, but you want to go vote on racism, racist beliefs, on this whole fake ass ideology of whiteness, this whole wanting to be so into this proximity to whiteness, thinking that it was going to be something to save your asses, that to make you feel like anything to be better than somebody else. But now you're being shown what time it really fucking is. Now these people are showing you what time it really fucking is. And they are showing you that this country is really on some straight bullshit. You didn't care when the media was, being censored. You want to call it fake news because he's telling the truth, knowing that anytime the dude says something about somebody else, it's basically because he's doing something. The Orange McFlurry is doing some shit. But you know what? So many people have been wanting something to happen to this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Wanting him just to, basically just be an RIP situation. But no. And I've said the whole time, I'm like, no. For him just to go out quick like that, nope. No, that's not what needs to happen. This motherfucker he needs to deal with what he's been putting down. And he needs to suffer in that body, that cankle-ridden body, all the fluid up around them motherfucking eyes, all the fluid building up around his neck and ears, and when he can't use the bathroom, all that stuff, shitting in diapers and shit. He needs to go through all that stuff, and he needs to be locked in that damn body, because that body is going to end up being his hell on earth. That's what's going to make him pay for doing all this shit that he's doing. And not to mention that little Yahtzee Stephen Miller, who's behind all this shit to begin with. But regardless of him being behind it, the Orange McFlurry, Captain Cankles, is co-signing on all this shit. And he's been a racist for years. For years. I mean, you would sit there and I actually, and this is another thing that got me to actually go on to make this show. I had a conversation with somebody that's in my neighborhood that happens to be a member of the LGBTQ community, that happens to be basically like a transgender person, who is a Captain Kenkel supporter. Basically, he won't fully say it, but he is, and actually had the nerve to say to me, well, they don't really treat me bad or anything. And I'm like, okay. So these people can basically shit on you, continuously shit on you and anyone that is a part of your marginalized community. And you think that because you're white, that you have a reason to go ahead and vote. And said that he didn't think that it was about racism and bigotry. Thought that I was, saying something that was, untrue. And I'm just like, like I say all the time in the beginning of the show and in the show, wake up. Wake up. And that's how I left the conversation, was wake up. And I've just decided that people in that situation that are that fucking dumb, you can't bring everybody with you. Some people, you just have to leave them behind. You just have to leave them where they're at. And I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time with conversations with this fool anymore. When I see him around the neighborhood, I'm just not even going to bother because when ignorance is that bliss, let him just stay ignorant. You know what I mean? Because I can say, sure, even after this happened, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is going to be enough to wake him up or not. I don't know. As long as it's not affecting, it seems like, a lot of these people are so stuck on this fake ass ideology of whiteness that they will just do anything. That these people are willing to see that. I mean, it was talking to me, telling me that he was probably about to be losing his job and still wouldn't say anything negative about the current cabinet. Talking some bullshit about Jimmy Carter, some shit as if Jimmy Carter was anywhere in this fucking time fucking realm that we're fucking in. Like, what in the fuck? When he said that shit, when you said Jimmy Carter, I just had to exit the situation. I said I got to exit stage left, homeboy, because you is on some crazy ass shit. You're up here walking around dressed like a lady in a Chinaman's fucking, but in a Asian like a hat that they wear in like Vietnam, like the little hats. And I'm like, this is again proves the point how people will bastardize, just take up other people's cultures, you know, just bastardize these cultures for everybody else. Take everything from the culture, but then you want to shit on the people that you want to go and just like, hop on and take bits and pieces of the culture that you're into, but then you want to shit on the actual people and you don't want to do anything to help the people from these ethnic backgrounds, these marginalized communities. I mean, it's the audacity to me. For me, it's just the straight audacity. But I'm just wondering if this is going to be what's going to make people wake up. Will this finally be what makes people wake up when you realize that we don't even have a real Supreme Court? I mean, you should have already realized that when they gave this crazy ass dude, uh, when they gave him no, what the fuck am I trying to say? When they just gave him carte blanche to just get away with whatever the fuck he wants. When they did that shit, people should have realized it then. Immunity. When they want to give somebody immunity, this one racist ass man that has, of all the people, all the motherfucking presidents that's been in this country, the one motherfucker that has had the nerve to challenge another president's birth birthright, their nationality, their where they're from. And this is the dude that gets picked. The guy that put up a billboard for the Central Park Five for a bunch of fucking kids that were falsely accused of rape. And this guy wants to talk about they should be executed and still to this day has not apologized for the lies that he told and all the bullshit that he caused over that situation. But yet, that goes to show how sick you motherfuckers are out there that voted for this dude. I mean, if you can't this country doesn't start to take a look at themselves, if people don't start to take a look at themselves and see how sick you have to be, how sick you must be to sit here and actually have daughters, people that are raising young girls and daughters, and this guy talks about women like he talks about women, and you're okay with voting for him. What kind of piece of shit are you? What kind of piece of shit are you? And for the women that voted for this shit, as a woman and a mother, people with daughters in this country. I mean, it's one thing for white women to do it. You're already I mean, that's enough for you to you already know that you're a piece of shit. But when you are from a marginalized community and you're a woman and you're voting for this shit too, I mean, you are triple time a piece of shit. And I hate to say it, but you know what? If this country goes all the way down in the toilet, it's getting what it deserves. It's getting exactly what it deserves because for the people in this country to be dealing with this, we have troops on the streets and the whole country isn't at an uproar over this. I mean, the whole damn country should be in an uproar over a president using the military to come into streets And yet, a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, we had some guy coming in, shooting up a school, killing kids again. But yet, oh yeah, we're all for the Second Amendment, all for the Second Amendment. No one's talking about that shit. No one's talking about what we should be doing about guns. We got houses being washed all off the fucking face of the map because of client global warming that people are act like they don't know what to do, like the shit isn't going on. People can't get insurance because insurance companies are like not insuring people because of the damn climate change. And people are still sitting here looking fucking stupid. You got a damn lawyer in charge of healthcare taking away immunizations, vaccinations for kids, willing to see kids get killed off, but yet at the same damn time, you're telling people they need to have more kids. And I'm going to give you $5,000 to have a kid, but yet we're going to not give you the medications, the immunizations. So basically, like, we want you to have kids, but we'll let them die. We're going to let your kids die. And you people are going out and voting for it. Going out, eating it up, and voting for it. Like, how stupid. Taking away education. What president, what country of a country that wants to be a greater country is actively destroying education? But you motherfuckers don't understand that. You think you still haven't got enough. I saw like at what point will you fucking tards get it? We are in some crazy ass times. We are in crazy times, people. And yeah, when I heard that shit today, I just really couldn't believe it. It just made me sick. It made me absolutely sick to be a part of this country. And all you Latin people out there that voted for this fucking idiot, you should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. As if you or somebody in your family did not immigrate to this country. Actually, everybody immigrated to this country except Native Americans. And these people want to try to act, you want to try to act as if this is some type of white Christian society. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are we even talking about? I mean, yeah, we're in a situation where I don't even know what to say about this trash shithole of a country that we're in right now. But we're getting what we deserve, and people need to pay. I said it when the guy said he was about to, the neighbor in my neighborhood that said he was probably about to lose his job. I'm thinking to myself, like, you deserve to lose your job. You deserve everything that happens to you. If you lose your job and then you can't afford the medication that you need because you've got this health condition and shit, you deserve all that shit. And if you can't afford to be in the hospital because now your shit is not being paid, you deserve to just rot away in your house and go through all the pain that you fucking asked for. Because that's what you voted for and that's what you're still standing here talking about. As if it's okay. As if you still don't understand the error in your stupid ass ways. You deserve to suffer. And I hope you are in pain. And if you lose your job, so fucking be it. I could care fucking less if you lose your job. I hope you go through all the fucking pain and suffering that you fucking deserve. And still, we got this whole Epstein shit going on. This dude is up to his fucking swollen ass eyeballs in this lie of Epstein files. I mean, he is so tied up in this shit that, I mean, you have to be Ray Charles not to be able to see it. And that's an insult to Ray Charles. This dude, crazy. But yeah, you can bet that his health, we already know the health is bad. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse because he thinks he can keep going. But yeah, they got all the drugs and stuff. They can keep propping him up. But at some point, these drugs aren't going to work. Dude is like 85 years old. And the shit is not going to keep working. And if he keeps running around like he has, he already disappeared for 7 days, so you already know that the shit is like just. I mean, it's on him. He's feeling it. Oh, he's feeling it bad, but he still hasn't learned his lesson. He's still digging in to the racist bullshit, which is why the pain and the suffering that he's gonna endure is gonna be so fucking sweet because he needs to suffer. He needs to really be in some serious pain. And he needs to go through all the fucking shit. He needs to go through all of it. He needs to just just be laying there. Like I said, he needs to lay there up through whatever should be a potential third term that he thinks he should be in. I hope that he lives all the way through it, trapped in that cankle ridden body. And he has to suffer through all of it because that's what he fucking deserves. And then maybe you people that think that he's your fucking almighty savior, fucking orange Jesus, you'll see how feeble and weak he is and see if you can still think he's so strong then when he's laying there pain ridden, suffering in his cankle ridden, fucking fluid trapped shell of a body. Because that's the only thing he fucking deserves. I'm not going to stay on here long. But I just had to talk about that crazy shit. Oh, and the people that are up here, ICE. I forgot about that. I see these people, they're offering all this money, offering these people money, all this money to join ICE and reduce college loans. But at the same time, these are the same people that did not want to take college loan debt from, you know, the rest of the people in the society. But now they'll say, oh, we'll take your college loans if you help us round up citizens and send them off to foreign ass countries, places where they're not even from. We'll do that. But yeah, everyone's going to get what's coming to them. This country is going to get what's coming to it. And these people that are as hate filled as they are, you're all going to get what's coming to you. And you deserve it. And it's sad because it's going to take the rest of us through it. But hopefully this will start to wake people up to realize that, yeah, we are in a place where this country has no place to go but to rebuild because everything is broken. When you have a full, I mean, they already showed you, the Supreme Court has already showed that they're broken, but now they just have fully showed you that there is no constitution that they're actually following. They aren't following any constitution. They're following whatever they want. They're following the constitution of white supremacy. And all that's going to happen is you're going to destroy. You'll see this country ripped to shreds. Jobs being lost all over the place. I mean, the least jobs that have been available and the most jobs lost since the last time this motherfucker was in office. But people want to sit here and just, act like none of this shit is real. Then you got these stupid ass people on TV, fucking Morning Joe up here talking about, oh, maybe you should just give him a call and tell him the people in Chicago, to the mayor of governor of Chicago, of Illinois. Maybe you should just call him and talk about working with him. Working with a motherfucker that is just trying to destroy the country. I'm like, dude, just cancel Morning Joe's show at this point. Joe Scarborough, just quit. Just quit. Go somewhere. Just retire. Don't sit up here trying to talk like you're doing anything because you're obviously full of shit. And you're just wasting people's time on TV trying to act like you're a voice of reason. You are no voice of reason. You're full of shit. And people should just stop watching the show. He needs to be canceled. They just need to cancel the show. Don't even come to work tomorrow, motherfucker, because you're full of shit. And as I always end the show with the one question: why do we as a society accept white mediocrity? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next installment. Oh, yeah. Wake the fuck up.